I have a poster over my bed that I wake up to every morning, and it says, it's a quote from Dan Frisbee. It says, basketball is like photography. Without focus, all you have is the negatives.
So yeah, this is basically where I used to come. This is where I used to play the majority of my basketball when I was younger. Between playing pickup with friends, just coming to shoot around, clear my mind. It was just like a getaway for me for a long time. Especially when I was going through tough times, it just felt like this is where, you know, I would come and just clear my head. This is where my dad used to take me when we were younger to play and shoot around. So this is kind of where it all started for me.
Come on, son. Jovan. Jovan, get down the right way. That's a good boy. Turn yourself around. Okay, turn yourself around. Good boy. Yay! Yay, Jovan!
My dad, he was a hardworking man. He was also a funny guy. He also was a jokester. He always just wanted to make people laugh. He lit up the room anytime he was with people. A lot of the jokes that my dad's old friends used to say is he looked like Spike Lee, so everyone called him Spike. So that kind of got to his head after a while too, because he just, different mannerisms and just how he kind of just was soft-spoken but funny at the same time. It was just, he reminded me a lot of Spike Lee and a lot of people with Spike Lee. So he just had that demeanor to him, that cool, smooth demeanor to him.
What do you say?
They had a very close relationship, and together they did everything together. They really did.
So I lost my leg when I was 10 months old for the reason that I was born with fibular hemimelia. What that is basically I was missing 2 toes, so I was born with 3 toes, and I was also missing parts of my fibula. So what happened is they did a Symes amputation, which means they removed my foot at my ankle bone, and then they take a skin graft from the bottom of my heel and they move that to the bottom of the amputation, which is called the stump. So what the Symes does is it allows the amputated leg, or the stump as we call it, I can put weight on it and I can stand on it. The fact that I got it amputated at the ankle makes me lucky because I'm able to do different movements laterally, and you know, it allows me to do all the physical and athletic activity that I do as an athlete.
The first ones, the technology was a little bit different back then, so what we had was, there was a little buckle on the back of here, right here, the prosthetic, right there, and a little Velcro strap would come through, which would be attached to my liner, which I'll show you as well. So there would be a little Velcro strap attached to the bottom of this silicone liner. This is all silicone. And then the hook would have a strap. It would go through a little hole in the back right here, and I would pull it up and pull it tight, kind of like a Velcro shoe, and basically what I have now is I don't have the Velcro system anymore. I have a suction system, which I have a silicone liner right here, as you can see, that holds my leg. It sucks in, and then I just put my leg in here like this. It gets a little sweaty, don't mind it. So I pull it up like this, and then I put my little sock here on. This is usually before I take a shower or when I'm going to bed. Just usual things you would imagine would not be comfortable. And I pull this up, it's like suction, and it stays on my leg.
And people saw that he had an artificial limb. They just could not believe it because he was extremely active. He started out playing soccer, and there were sometimes on the soccer field, the leg would come off.
I would be out on the field, I would go to kick a ball, I would just go real hard to go in and just blast the ball, and my leg would just go like 3 feet the other way. And it was kind of something funny that I thought was funny, because I just gotta, you know, hop back up, hobble myself over, slide my leg in and get right back doing it. But for other people, just seeing their reactions almost was even funnier, because it's like, oh my God, like look what happened, like no.
He found out that his mom wasn't doing the things that she should have been doing as a mom for a child that had a disability. And this upset us very much, especially his father got very upset that she would do mean things like, we thought they were mean things, like she would punish him by taking his leg away. And that way there he couldn't get into things, you know, when he was like 2, 3, 4 years old, you know. He felt it was better, at least his father felt it was better if he would get custody of him. So in actuality, he's been with us since he was like about 2 years old. At that time I was 61, so it was a little bit easier.
Beginning, you know, I feel like she was trying. She really wanted to have a relationship with me and wanted to be there as my mother. But I feel like as time went on and things piled up on her, she kind of gave up on me.
What is it? What you got in there, Jojo?
My dad was an athlete when he was younger, but when he started to get older, he started to develop some bad habits. He started eating fatty foods. He wouldn't exercise a lot. Just getting busy with work and stuff, he wouldn't really have the time to really do what was necessary to stay healthy.
Oh, that bike is road boy. You say thanks, Dad, for telling Timmy to give me a new bike.
On December 24th, 2005, I woke up. It was the Christmas Eve morning. I'll never forget. I was supposed to go outside and play basketball. It was a warm winter. It wasn't snowing or anything. It was sunny outside. But his alarm was going off. Usually when he wakes up, he turns his alarm off, wakes me up, everything such and such. But it was weird. I went into his room and I noticed that he wasn't moving. So I went over, I tried to wake him up, I shook him a few times, nothing happened. And at that point I had realized that he was dead.
He's a doll, I tell you. Doesn't get any better than that. That's my son, Jovan.
It's tough to do, go through life and have different accomplishments, different failures, and just to not have him there to, be support or to, sometimes just give an encouraging word or even just coach me through things. I know he's there in spirit, but the physical aspect of it goes a long way.
Just to be clear, we're the only stand-up amputee basketball team in the country. There are no other teams for us to play against. This is it.
Might be the world. We don't. There's nothing out like this in the world.
Yeah, we kind of say it all the time. It's like there's no book or instruction manual to what we do. Like we're the first. We're creating it, so it's kind of like
it's usually wheelchair basketball for amputees. So we're trying to set the precedent that we don't need wheelchairs to play basketball.
When I was 17, for the first time, I saw other amputees play basketball. Amp One did an event at my school where they did a little speaking engagement, and then they came and they played against our high school varsity basketball team. So at first, when they first kind of came, I was a little nervous. I was young. I was 17. I was cocky. I thought I was the only one. I was like, who are these guys? Like, can they really hoop? And then once I saw them play, I was kind of just in awe. I was just kind of starstruck. And basically, I'd never seen people with one leg do it like me, or even do it at all, outside of a wheelchair. So for me, that was just an inspiring moment.
I would say though, like if you asked in basketball if we have an advantage or not, I think it's more of a mental advantage of we know what the person in front of us is thinking, and for 99% of the time, it's they're laying off first.
Yeah.
So.
And then once you start giving them buckets, then they're like, oh, I gotta guard him. Okay.
So it's more of a mental advantage.
This is fun, enjoyable. And they're beating us. I don't like this.
It's fun to play against these guys. You guys are good. Like, you weren't kidding when they said they're good.
It's more than just going out there and playing basketball. It's more than us just going to speak to kids. It's really just about the different relationships I have with each and every one of those players on the team.
Like really inspiring, and like I thought the overall message, just like what they do, was amazing, and it kind of, in a way, like just pushed me. Like I'm going like college, I'm a senior, and I can just make it through anything. Like if they can play basketball and do what they love, and like despite what they've been, what they've been dealt with, like their cards that they've been dealt with, I don't know. I think I can do anything that I want to do.
It's a feeling of brotherhood. It's a feeling of family. We have so much in common with each other that nobody else really can relate to, whether it be with our amputations, whether it be with our legs, our prosthetics, different things we go through, just with people, relationships. We help each other out through a lot of different things, and it's a relationship that we necessarily might not be able to have with really anybody else, or to the level where we can understand each other as much and what we go through on a daily basis. And that just is really special to me.
First thing is PMA, which is positive mental attitude. You can't control what happens to you physically, some of the things in your life, but what you can control is your attitude, and that's the most important thing. So no one else can take that away from you. No one else can tell you, they can make you mad, but you can keep yourself mad. So just try to keep a positive mental attitude. Also, I want you guys, if you get a chance when you go home tonight, just look in the mirror and tell yourself, I love being you. Give yourself that confidence. Let yourself know, I love being myself. And that's really what's most important, because if you love being yourself, that translates to others, and others will love you as well. So, which was my last quote, which is, if you believe, they'll believe too. If you believe in yourself, other people will believe too. And that's kind of our message when we're trying to get out, to let anyone know, just because we're amputees, it's other things that we're trying to promote, but we just want you all to know to never give up, and you can do anything you put your mind to. With the Thank of Freedom Innovations, we're allowed to travel across the country to speak, spread our message, and to play basketball with a great group of guys. So I'm honored to be here, and we thank you guys.